Hello, everyone. Good evening. So welcome to the PM Tribes IT project management training. We're having a live product presentation today. So today our students are going to showcase what they've been working on so far. You know, they've been working behind the scenes, and they're going to show us what they have for us so far. For all of you, you each have 10 minutes for your presentation. You are going to present over 5 minutes, and then you're going to get feedback and have a little Q&A with the judges for another 5 minutes. And for people watching, you're going to get a glimpse of our practical, execution-driven learning. If you'd like to transition into tech or sharpen your project management skills, or just get a hands-on experience to build like a job-ready portfolio, we do have a scholarship program that's currently.
That's fine. So I'll just go right into it. So my name is Temitope Olaogun, and I'm a student of the IT PM Tribe Cohort 9, and I'll be presenting my project that I've been working on. The name of my project is Harika. Harika is a AI-powered customer service and sales assistant built for African small and medium enterprise. Our focus is to help business owner respond faster to customers and generate leads and then increase sales. That's what we do. So our goal is to become the AI employee that every African small business can afford. So Nigeria has over 40 million micro, small, and small medium enterprises, with over 95% classified as micro businesses. That is, about 96% of small businesses in Nigeria are run by 1 to 5 people at most. There are a lot of Nigeria has about 140 million people on social media, and most of these micro businesses, they sell through their social media instead of e-commerce websites because it is cheaper for them to sell through it. So most of these businesses sell their products through WhatsApp business, Instagram business, TikTok, Facebooks, and the likes. So this is the problem. Customers send a message, there is no response immediately, or they get response after hours or days after. The customer leaves because they are not getting the response immediately, and there's a lost sale. This is the challenge. Business owners cannot be available 24/7. It's not possible for a business owner to be online and attending to customers all through. They have working hours. Most business owners close by 6 p.m. But customers can message 24/7. Some customers prefer to even message at night. Those are the times they are on their social media pages and they are seeing what they like and they want to buy almost immediately and all of that. They send the message and they did not get respond in like for another till the next day or another 24 hours. So this is the solution. Meet Harika. Harika is an AI-powered customer service and sales assistant. What Harika do is it helps you to respond to your customer messages immediately. Immediately the customer is dropping the message, Harika responds immediately. It helps you to answer common FAQs consistently. Most of these questions, I'm a business owner also. I've been in business for about 8 years. I've run businesses. I have about 3 businesses, so I know all these things. Most of the questions that the customer asks are repetitive questions. All of them are asking the same questions. How much is this product? How long does it take get to take to me? How much is delivery fee? Do you have a physical store? These are questions that are common and repetitive. Arikan can help you answer that. Arika can also help you turn conversations into leads by giving your customers the correct information and following up and all of that. And ultimately, Arika helps you to sell and increase sales and revenue. How does Arika works? So Arika is a web app platform that a business owner can connect their WhatsApp business and Instagram business. So what Arika is doing is not replacing their WhatsApp or Instagram. The business owner already have their WhatsApp business and Instagram business, and people are already messaging them daily on these platforms. What Arika does is it helps you integrate these two platforms together into one and helps you to manage your customer inquiry on them. So a customer send a message on your WhatsApp or Instagram normally the way they normally do. Arika, because your WhatsApp and Instagram is already integrated to Arika can answer these questions immediately, respond and follow up, and and ultimately helps the customers to buy whatever they need to buy. This is the goal, to make sure that the business owner can focus on what they need to focus on, and then Arika can do the repetitive work that they need to do. What will Arika deliver? What is our scope, our project scope, and our MVP? AI customer support. Arika is going to serve as the AI customer support. It's going to give you your customers information about your product up to the point of them buying. It's going to do FAQ management, like where is your business, where is your physical store, how much is this, how much is delivery to this location. All these questions that already have a definite answer, Arika would help you answer those questions. Product recommendations. Some customers come to your DMs. Maybe you run a ad on a particular thing and they want a recommendation for themselves. Arika can help you recommend this product to them. Abandoned cash recovery, business knowledge upload. The business owner is going to upload whatever their business does, their FAQs and all of that on Arika. So Arika uses this information to answer the customers. WhatsApp and Instagram integration, lead capture, and promotional broadcast. In times where the customers have sales, discounts, and all the special promos and all of that, Arika can help you send messages to your customers to let them know that you're having these sales. And we're going to be using 12 weeks to build this project. With what we have, our team and resources ready. We have a cross-functional team for delivery. We have a team of 8 people. The project manager, which I am the one planning and coordinating and making sure everything goes well and the delivery of this project. We have the UIX UI and UX designer. We have 2 of them, and the front end also we have 2 people, and the back end we have 2 people. Why we have 2 people for this is because what we are building is a bit technical, and because of the time frame we have, if we have 2 people on this project, it helps each person it helps them to maximize the time and all of that. We have a QA analyst and we have a DevOps engineer for that. What are the risks and challenges we have seen? We have 3 major risks that we already identified. Meta API approval, because we're building something that helps, that already has an existing platform. We are integrating WhatsApp and Instagram. We need to get the API, and which we have already started working on. AI response accuracy, that so that Arica does not provide incorrect information. We're already working on that also. And to avoid scope creep, we're trying to make sure that we prioritize the MVP and the scope that we have. We're not going outside it and we're focused on working on that. So what have we been able to do so far? We've had 2 weeks on this project already. Week one, we're able to do our initiation phase, where we had our project charter, feasibility study, our project scope, feature definition, stakeholder register, and all of that done. Then week two, we moved into planning, where we have our BRG done, our PRG done, and we talked about, we finalized our MVP, and then we have also designed our a brand design and logo for Arica. Let me show this. Sorry. This is the logo for Arica, and then we also have a landing page which is already ready for Arica. So this is how the landing page is going to look like, and this is for the laptop and for the phone also. And so that's what we've been able to do so far. What is the business value for Arica? It is very simple. Make sure that no entrepreneur or no business owner, no small business owner is losing customer or losing sale because they cannot respond immediately to their customers. That is our business value. A customer send message, Arica responds immediately and then follow up. We also make sure that the business owner can take over Arica anytime they want to, or if a customer asks Arica a question that Arica does not know, Arica can send a notification to the business owner to let the business owner know that they need to step in for that. And ultimately, there's increased sales and increased revenue. Um, why now? Why are we building Arica now? Now is the perfect time to build Arica. Why? AI is becoming more accessible. Everybody now knows about AI. AI is becoming something that everybody wants to use and are using, and it's a good time. Also, SMEs are selling through social media. Even medium scale businesses, big businesses are already coming to social media to sell their things. So most of the SMEs are using the social media platform to sell. Even if they want to, even the ones that already have an e-commerce are using the social media to drive traffic to their e-commerce website and all of that. So the timing is very right now. Customers can expect fast response immediately. They are making their immediately they are asking the questions. The Arica is responding to them, and there's no miss message or miss revenue. What are the next steps? What are we going to do for the next 10 weeks? We are going to be focusing more on execution, controlling and closing our MVP. We are going to have our complete UI UX design. We are going to begin development, and we're going to do all the things that we need to do and everything. Thank you so much. Arica is the AI employee every African small business can afford. Thank you for your time.
All right. Thank you very much, Temitope. So now over to the judges. Okay, Harmony, do you have any thoughts?
Yeah, I have a couple. Hi, Temitope. It's a pleasure.
Bye.
And thank you for showing up. Your outfit is marvelous and your hair as well. I like your slides. I like your charisma and the way you carried your presentation so far. I have
Thank
two questions. One of which is I noticed that the team that you assembled, there's no AI engineer, there's no machine learning engineer. It's that deliberate.
Okay. We have two backend, and I think one of them knows about the AI engineering stuff, because the backend wants to work with Nest.js, um, AWS, OpenAI, and all of the stuff that they did for the breakdown when you were explaining it. And I think um, that's what we have.
Okay. It's not a perfect answer, but yeah, I get it. I have another question, one of which has to do with how you intend to make revenue. Because if you say you're going to be affordable to small scale businesses, you probably would have, draft out your model of making money from them. Either it's going to be subscription model or one-time payment. And I'm quite knowledgeable in the Nigeria industry, and I know how fast product has actually suffice in the industry and how difficult it is. And then you also mentioned that in your MVP that one of the features that you're going to add to your MVP is product recommendation. This means that your AI bot needs to be trained on the businesses, right? To know the product of the businesses to be able to recommend better. Even Meta has not got it right, which is why they have a catalog in the in your web in on WhatsApp. The business tell you to go to the catalog, not the AI recommending product, because you have to train the model, you have to do a lot of training, and that's capital intensive, right? So I don't know how you intend to achieve that. I mean, I would want to learn because I'm a technical person and a product person as well. So those are like my two other questions. I don't know if you have answers to that.
Okay, we plan on having like a subscription a model for the SMEs. The cost of hiring a sales rep currently in my using myself as an example, I have like 4 sales rep and I pay each of them, even though they work remotely, over 70,000 every month. So if there is Harika, instead of having four sales rep, I can have two, and then that will save me like 140,000 euro, 140,000 naira every month. And of course, I'll not be paying 140,000 naira every month on Harika. So I think that's going to help the business. So we're planning a subscription plan, and we're going to have like a pro plan and a mini plan. And we're also planning to first do like a 1 month free subscription for it. Then people can subscribe for the small business. So because the businesses, some people don't have a lot messages as other businesses. So it depends on how many messages you're getting and all of that for the subscription plan. For the product recommendation, the plan is also to use WhatsApp catalog for it. So because WhatsApp already have the catalog, so when the customer asks for a product recommendation, the AI just gives the link. You can check our WhatsApp catalog for product or the website link of the business. You can check this on the web. So it's just going to be the reply is going to be the link to their webs if they have a website or the WhatsApp catalog. So that's the plan.
Okay, thank you. Just a tip of advice: if there's something that you should add in your bot is accounting, right? It is the only thing that Meta does not have. Everything you stated there, Meta actually has them integrated already. So if I'm going to be paying you for what Meta offers for free, accounting is what you could do. You should be able to like create an invoice, send out PDFs. You should also be able to record both sales and expenditure for the business, which will also help them. So Arica becomes a one-stop tool for all businesses, and it helps them across board. Basically, that's all for me. Thank you so much for your
All right, thank you
presentation.
so much, Oga.
All right, Temitope. Quick question before you go. Someone would like to know why he should go for Arika instead of an AI bot, or are they the same?
Oh no, they are not. Okay, recently, WhatsApp released an AI bot in the WhatsApp
Mhm.
app. I use WhatsApp, so I know. So I decided to try it out, but my WhatsApp crashed because the bot is trying to read all of my messages. For
I
like
see.
2 days, I
Okay.
could not access my WhatsApp. So I didn't even know it was the AI bot that I used. It was later when I talked to like a tech person, and the person was like, I think it's the AI bot you use. So you might need to disable it. So I had to disable it. So what Arika is going to do is not an AI bot. What AI bot is going to do? Arika is going to help you to have a unified platform that you can manage your business messages at once on the
Okay.
platform. Yeah.
All right. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you for your time. So we're going to move on to the next student, Nifemi. If you'd like to share your screen with us.
Sorry, quick one before the next person comes up.
Okay.
I'd appreciate if the subsequent students can put their presentation on full screen so that we don't have
Okay.
to squeeze to see it. Thank you.
All right. All right. Augustus, are you available? Could you join us and share your project with us? Give us an overview of your project and what you're trying to build. Okay. While Augustus prepares, can we have Blessing?
Evening.
Hi, Blessing.
Yes, I'll just share my screen.
Okay. Please put it on full screen so that the judges don't have to squint to see.
Sorry, I'm with you. Just with you.
All right.
Okay. I don't know if you can see my screen now. Okay.
Yes, it's coming up. Please put it on full screen. Thank you.
Okay, so can you see my screen?
Yes. Yes, I can.
Okay. I just want to be sure if this is on full screen. Okay, my camera should be. Sorry. Hi everyone, good evening. My name is Blessing Onyiba, and today I'll be presenting Natural. So what is Natural? Imagine becoming a new mother. Over time, I've seen a lot of mothers struggle, like new first-time mom. They struggle to keep up with childcare. Sometimes they don't even get assistance or any sort of help, maybe from their partner or or relatives or family, and they struggle a lot. And a lot of time this has been a leading cause to postpartum depression. So imagine you're trying to recover from childbirth while remembering feeding schedules, vaccination appointment, sleep routine, medication, developmental milestone, and countless other responsibility. Now imagine trying to manage all of them across 4 or 5 different mobile applications like we have out there. There are different sort of applications for mother. That is the reality for so many mothers today. So today I'll be introducing to us Natura, a digital motherhood companion designed to simplify motherhood through one trusted platform. Motherhood is one of the most rewarding journey, but it is one of the most demanding because so many things that goes on behind closed door. Some mothers are confused on how to go about childcare. Some people don't even know how to even go about this, especially first-time mom. And research has shown that 1 in 3 women experience long-term health problem after childbirth, and 1 in 6 mothers worldwide experience postpartum depression, and 4 to 5 apps mothers juggle to manage different parts of motherhood, different apps like different part of motherhood. Despite growing number of parenting applications available out there, most focuses on one aspect of motherhood. One app could be for pregnancy tracking, the another can be for feeding, another one can be for sleeping monitoring, and another one for keeping tabs like maybe vaccination dates or and that. And what we aim to solve with Natura is one platform every stage. So Natura is just all-in-one digital motherhood companion designed to support women from pregnancy through the early years of pregnancy. So instead of managing multiple applications, like you juggle different applications, you juggle from sleep application to feeding application to just different application, mothers can now access essentials tools in one secure, intuitive platform. Our MVPs include pregnancy tracking, feeding tracking, baby track, sleep tracker, napkin tracker. That's to change time to change the napkin, a vaccination reminder, growth and milestone. So whenever like maybe they take their first step, baby take their first step, when they first talk, what the first word that their first word, what they said, digital baby journal, personalized dashboard, smart reminders, and notification. So the demand for digital health and parenting solution continues to grow as more family rely on mobile technology to manage.
Hi, Blessing. Sorry to interrupt, but you do have limited time to present. So you want to just, wrap it up, talk about your team and, get into it so the judges can give you feedback on your project.
Okay. Sorry, I wasn't keeping tabs. Like, how many minutes is this? Like 10 minutes, right?
No, you do. You have 7 minutes to present, so your time is actually up. So if you could just give us an overview of the rest of the slides instead of reading through it, just kind of summarize what it is and talk about the composition of your team.
So, Natural is for pregnant women, first time mom, and mothers between the age of 0 to 5, and we also it's for fathers too, single fathers, caregiver, health professionals, and our long-term business model, like we look at to like involve subscription, premium family plan, educational content, brand collaboration, and all. So our journey is in like 4 phase. We have the first phase, research and discovery. Second is design and MVP development. Third is testing and validation, and then launch and continuous improvement. And sorry, for our team, so we have the for our team, we have a team of 6. Myself as the project manager, and we also have the project coordinator for the team. We have the UX UI designer. We have 2 of them, and we have the front end and the back end developer, and then we have the quality tester. So at the moment, the US guys are just working on. They are currently on it at the moment. Thank you.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much. I would like to hear from the judges.
Hello, Blessing. Well done on the presentation. I have a couple of points to make on your presentation. I think the first is on your presentation itself. Of course, we all use AI to come up with our presentation these days. So, but we can put some more effort in the Outlook, particularly. You can prompt better, and after you've done, you have the output, you can also even ask the AI. You can, just work on what the AI has given you. And at the moment, it's just all text. It's very word heavy. You expect that presentations are meant to be very low text and maybe images to support what you're saying, and then you just walk us through so that we can have like visual understanding of what you're doing rather than speaking to rather than just long text. So that's the first thing in terms of feedback. So subsequently, I think it would be better for you to put that into consideration and ensure that your text is visually appealing. Your presentation is visually appealing and it's very low on text. Secondly, it is not really clear what value you're trying to offer, right? at some point it was looking like, to be honest, maybe you can even ask, maybe I can even ask you that. What is the problem and what are you trying to solve? What is the value proposition of this particular solution that you've brought to the market? So maybe if I ask that, maybe I can then continue. Maybe quickly speak to that in 5 seconds.
Okay, so what we are trying to resolve, or what we are trying to solve, is helping motherhood, like to solve the motherhood journey, like to support pregnancy, baby care, age tracking, family organization.
How are you doing that? How are you doing that?
So we are putting all of this into like an app.
Okay.
Yeah, we are creating an app. That is why we are creating the Nurturer
An app that helps you do what? That does
that helps the motherhood journey.
That's very vague, if you ask me. So I think you still need to do some more work, with your value proposition, what you really want to do. Because if I tell, if I tell you that, oh, my solution is to help Nigerians put food on their table, that looks like a problem. Of course, there's a food problem, but the question is, how am I doing that? So you've told us the problem. There's a challenge with motherhood, care and all that, but it is really, you didn't state how you're using that app for someone holding an hammer, right? A hammer. Everything looks like a nail, right? So you can't possibly just tell me that, oh, because this is an IT thing, everything has to be, the solution has to be an app. And even if it's going to be an app, then how is the app supporting the motherhood journey? So that's really what I would like to give as feedback. So yeah, over. Thank you.
Okay, so I would want to talk about, you had the poor carriage for the presentation. It was more like you were talking to yourself than you're carrying people along. We all need to understand that when we're presenting, we are trying to convince people that don't know what you're doing, why you're doing it, and how you intend to achieve that. So it means that you are expected to have some sort of energy. And that energy, I wasn't seeing the energy, to be very, very frank. And additionally, I don't think you did feasibility studies, but because if you actually did feasibility study, you would have actually pointed out what that was actually saying. And you'll be able to know why there have not been an application that actually solves the women's struggle in terms of pregnancy. And there's a reason why it has always been more human related, with assisting of machines in person than through a software itself, because you can actually record. There are a lot of data that you are expected to collect before you be able to solve various problems. And pregnancy situation is different from one woman to the next person, right? So there's a lot of feasibility studies that you're expected to do, but I would advise you to do more feasibility study, but better still also work on presentation, character and techniques as well. It will help you not just for sessions like this, but also sessions in future. And I think you did not review your slides before jumping up on the presentation, which is a problem. It's affected your delivery, right? Take this as a feedback, is a sincere one. We're all here to learn and also improve on it, right? So basically, yeah, that's it for me. Thank you. Thank you very much. Blessing.
All right. Thank you very much for your feedback.
Thank you.
All right, then. So if you're watching, if you have any questions at all about any of the presentations, please feel free to put that in the chat box so that we can answer your questions. If you also have questions about the program in general, the IT project management training, you can reach out. We will help answer those questions. But you should also know that we have a scholarship program currently running. It's called Project 500. So, you can apply. The link will be put up at the end of this presentation. You can apply and see if you can get a scholarship to, study IT project management. If you're looking to transition into tech, or, you're just a fresh graduate and you're trying to see what direction to go, this could be for you, especially as it's a scholarship program. So I'm going to call on the next student, Eze Sinachi. If you could share your slides with us.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Apologies first about my light situation. I'm in the dark. I'm sorry about that. Presently, do not have lights, so I would just go on. Good evening, everyone. My name is Izzy My name is Izzy Sinachi Augustus Iwu, and I'm here to talk about a project I've been working on called Volunteer Management Hub. You would Okay, so I'm here to talk about Volunteer Management Hub, talk about the problem, why I'm solving it, and what you get from this. So first of all, we'll start by saying that volunteers, there are people who are willing to volunteer for different causes, be it to an NGO, be it for an event. And so currently, a lot of the back end of it, like the volunteer coordinators, what they work with is manually. They do these things manually. They put out a call for volunteers, and volunteers either call in or send in their details, either via emails or via WhatsApp messages, and then they get onboarded via spreadsheet and all that. So what we're trying to do here is we are trying to make this into they're trying to make it automated, so coordinators do not necessarily have to go through all the stress of calling people so that they would come on board for this. So yeah, this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to bring in people. You're like, what is it? It's a web-based platform which centralizes everything from the volunteer profiles to opportunities to even the NGOs and communication, everything in one. We are building this for small NGOs, non-profits, and also some other organizations who need volunteers for whatever event they are trying to put out. Now, how we are solving this is we're trying to replace scattered spreadsheets. We're trying to replace the manual part of getting volunteers on board an event or on board an organization that has an event to showcase. So a simple flow of how it works is on the website, you as a volunteer, you sign on. After signing on, the hub matches you with opportunities we have on ground from NGOs who subscribed. So it makes it easy for you as a volunteer, and it also makes it easy for the NGO, because by the time a volunteer logs in, signs on, puts his or her skills online, we get to see what you have and match you with get to match you with the NGO, and then shifts are booked. You can go to the event, do your volunteering, and then it also tracks your hours, tracks what you do, how long you are there, and all that. So for the next slide, you say what's in this phase and what comes in. Now, talking about scope, what's in scope? What's in scope? We are getting volunteer profiles, matching it with opportunities, shifts, scheduling, tracking their hours. Out of scope for now is building a mobile app, which would make it easier, downloading an app. A lot of people prefer apps right now and all that, but right now it's out of scope because we just want to build this
Hi,
MVP
is
first.
it Sinachi? Hi, is it Sinachi? So you know that you do have just 7 minutes to go over what you're presenting. So you're supposed to
Okay.
give us an overview, not read your
Okay, let me
slides
just.
word for word.
Okay.
So you're going to have to
Okay.
wrap
Okay.
up, tell us about your team, consistency, and, you know, let the judges give you feedback.
Okay. For my. Okay. For my team, I'm acting as a product manager. So so I have a front end and back end. I've not gotten my. So basically, I think that's just a rundown of what we have for now. So.
All right. The judges, can we get some feedback?
Okay, I think I'll go first. Hi, Isis Nachi. How are you? Hope you're good. So I get the idea you're trying to portray. I know. Yeah, okay. I get the idea you're trying to portray or the product you're trying to build, and I know where you're heading. But I think I got to understand it because I understand where you're coming from and the problem you're about to solve. But my issue is I don't think you have so much, like you've done a lot of feasibility study to understand the basic problems that you would face in providing that solution. Because, for instance, volunteers don't have money, and I don't think you're expecting non-profits to actually pay you to have access to people that they could just post on their social media and they would apply. And as funny as it sounds, server cost is actually very high, and you need to make money one way or the other to keep the lights on. That's another thing that I need you to also consider. Secondly, your slides too wordy. There's a lot of text. You need to also review them. I don't think you review them. You also need to add more energy to your presentation. This is a pitch. It's more or less, I don't know you, I'm not your team member, so it's not a presentation, it's more or less a pitch. So you're expected to focus on the things that would create value if I want to invest or if I'm so much interested in the product, right? Basically, yeah, that's my feedback. Do more research so that you'll be able to figure out the pipeline to generating revenue. Because at the end of the day, the light has to be on so that the volunteers can apply, get on your platform. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think I have same thoughts as Harmony. A lot of work needs to still be done. It's something you need to even understand whether this is really a need. That you want to invest your time and energy into. At the end of the day, your business model needs to be you can have money generating from the value you're creating, and so that you can keep your operations going. So you need to do more work. I think I agree with Harmony's points. Thank you. Well done.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Izzy. So we expect that you implement your feedback and you're ready for us at your next presentation. Okay.
Yes, I will be.
All right then. So I'm going to call on Rotimi
Thank you very much,
to
Halima.
give us your presentation. Remember, if you have any questions about, the IT project management training or any of the pitches that you can see, just put it in the chat box. We're happy to answer. Like the video, give us your questions, ask us your questions, make your comments. We'll respond to everything. And like I said, we do have a scholarship program currently running called Project 500. How do you register for the training? Yes, so a link will be posted at the end of the video, but you could also check out our Instagram, the PM Tribe. The link to the scholarship program is there. But like I said, the link will be posted at the end of the training. But look through our Instagram, our Twitter as well, the PM Tribe. There's a link to the scholarship program. You can also see all the benefits that you can achieve with the program, with the training. It's very beginner friendly. So you don't need to have any experience to join the training. We're going to take you from the basics and just hold your hand through the entire process up until you build your first product. All right, so Rotimi. All right, Jamil, if you're ready for us, please share your slides. Hi, Jamil, good evening. Jamil, you're on mute. All right.
Sorry, I'm coming.
Not a problem. Remember, you have only 7 minutes for your presentation, so give us your best pitch.
All right, so I'm coming. Good evening, everyone. So before I start, I would like to ask something very important. So how many of us have lived in estates or probably whereby we get to pay security levy? I think one or two of us would have lived in that kind of environment. But at a point in time, we get to ask ourselves questions as a resident. What's the question? We are paying. What exactly is the money for? What is it being used for? So that is where the question comes in. Transparency. The transparency here is why I'm here today. My name is Jamil, and this is Security Levy Track. So, in one sentence, as I said earlier, okay, let me go to the problems statement quickly. So, actually, what is happening?
Jamil, we can't see your slides.
Worry about, okay.
Okay, yes. Now,
can you allow me just present like this because it is in animation? That's why it is like this. Should I leave it like this? Hello, can you hear me, please? Hello. Can you hear me, please? Can anyone hear me? I don't know if I'm audible. I can't hear anything. Okay, I think. Okay. Let me go back to my slide. All right, so for the problem statement, as I said earlier on, I said this happens actually in most estates. Levies get collected, but nobody's really tracking it properly. So it is always in a notebook or it is written somewhere, and without a shared record anywhere, we residents cannot see how the money is being spent. Example, like this rainy season we have currently in Lagos State, we need people that are going to fill up the road that are very bad way, but we don't know how this money is being spent. And once nothing can be verified from both the admins and the residents, nothing will be verified and the trust breaks down entirely. And this is where the dispute just follows up. So this is not just the estate problem. This is just not my own estate problem. This happens in almost every estate. So what is my solution? This is where security levy comes in. And this here actually, it is like a verifiable record for every contribution and every expense. And there are four things basically that would make it work. You have the contribution login, the expense login, the shared dashboard, and the role-based access. So everyone can see what they should. Resident just want to see, they just want to know that, okay, we have paid and the money is being used for this social thing. The admin want to have their own login entries and people that they will actually show that, oh, we are using this money. This is the cash outflow and this is the cash inflow. So this really is all what the solution is about. So how does it work? Basically, it works in just one way. We are going to see there's a login and there are two experiences. It has a page for either this is not the flow chart basically. It's just the explanation. We have the part whereby you try to log in, it asks if you are a resident or if you're an admin. If you're an admin, it takes you to somewhere and you'll be able to see the contribution and expenses. But if you are a resident, you see the contribution and expenses. But if you're an admin, you see the whole dashboard and you can actually see the full record. No, not this. So the scope and timeline. So let me just be honest about the scope. I think it matters a lot right now. Right now, we are focusing on the contribution login and everything I have mentioned in the in scope that we have here. But intentionally, I left out the out scope because I left out the in-app payments, the multi-estate support, and the automated analytics. And this is because we have a very small team, and it is better we complete a project rather than having a project app done within the time limit we have. So about my team and resources, we're a team of 5 people, basically 4 people, someone doing the work of 2 people. And I serve as the project manager. We have the product designer, the UI UX, we have the front end, we have the back end, and we have the QA tester. And we use our Trello for sprint tracking. We have the Google Doc for every other thing we do. We also use our WhatsApp to communicate most times. And we also use our Google Meet for meetings that require we share things. So what are the risks? The major risk we have encountered was that I got my full team very early, but the issue was that they were all students and they are planning to write exams, so they had to just opt out. But now I have gotten my full team, and I think I have someone in standby. So if anything happens, I'm going to bring the person in. That's for the risk. And the progress so far, I've been able to assemble all my team. Our PRD is in review. I've sent that to the whole team. We have our wireframes on that way, which should be completed tomorrow. And we have locked our sprint plan already. So let's talk about the business value. As for the business value, I won't talk in monetary terms alone. The first value we are going to get is that the residents, they stop worrying about the amount they are paying. So they get to have like a transparency amongst themselves. They have a record. The admin, they stop explaining things to the residents almost every time. So that is basically the value we are getting. And the estate as a whole, there's going to be an harmony and there's going to be a peace over time. And not just for one levy session, it's going to be almost yearly every time. So why this? I don't think this is a small problem. People deal with exact things in estates everywhere. Every single day we see this happening almost every time because I've lived in 2 different estates and this keeps recurring every time. So this is a problem that needs to be solved. So what next? We have to finalize our wireframe and prototype. We have to build everything and we also have to pitch it out and pilot roll out to the estates. So thank you. That's all. Please, can anyone hear me?
All right, yes, we can, Jamil. Thank you very much for your presentation. I would like to hear from the judges.
Okay, I'll go now. So well done, Jamie. Great work. I would say that in terms of the plan of execution, looks solid. However, I have a challenge with a lot of assumptions that you are making. I think you're telling us that I think part of the last things you mentioned is the fact that you said you think it's a problem. So it is not about what you think, it's about what the customers think. So the question then would be, how many customers, how many people in your market research, how many people did you speak to? So businesses are not built on assumptions. Projects are not built on assumptions. They are built on feedback. They are built on what people are saying. So if you think that is a problem, it doesn't mean that it is a problem for those people. And the question is also that even if it's a problem that some few people, is it a problem that, if you look at maybe in 100%, is it a problem that maybe 50, 40% of people see as problem? If you have not even met the 50% threshold, then you probably have not been able to determine whether it is really a problem. So just go back. I think it's very important that you go and ask questions, understand whether this is really a problem that needs the kind of solution that you're offering, or it's just something that you're just conjuring out of your imagination. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, me. I know it's a problem. Where I have where I can't wait to see is like your user experience. That's what would make people either want to use the product or not. Already in the comment section, you have somebody that's already experiencing such in their estate, which is a good validation. But like I said, it's the user experience, because there are permissions that have to be involved. There's a reason why that industry has been informal, because there are people that are making money from it. So for you to want to provide a solution, you should also be ready for the persons that have been making it informal. People that wouldn't want accountability and transparency, which is where your user experience comes in play. Great work. In terms of your presentation, I would only tell you to improve on coordination. But yeah, thank you so much. You did well. And I like the fact that you trusted yourself throughout the presentation, even when there was little setbacks. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you, sir.
All right, well done, Jamiu. Thank you for that. Remember, if you have any questions or comments, please put them up. Okay, Anu, we can see it's a solid product idea. Okay. So we're going to call on Rotimi. Oh, I see a comment. Jamiu, this comment is actually for you. It says, I wish there's a place on your app where they can add suggestions, a poll on work that could be done, road work, No, this is for a security levy app. But thank you for that. That one is like a full-on estate, app. Rotimi, if you could come online and share your slides with us.
Hi, can you hear me, George?
Yes, we can, Rotimi.
All right, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah.
Please note you
good
have just 7 minutes for your presentation, after
All right,
which the judges will give you feedback.
Okay, thank you so much. So, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Halima. Good evening, PM Tribe. So, I'm building a product, and basically, it's not entirely new, but has certain features that stand out quite distinct. And the name of this product is Onje, and it's gotten from or it's derived from the Yoruba language, which indicates and stands for food. And it's a digital menu and key ordering platform that enables restaurants. So this product or this app stands as the middle man, or I would use the clause middleman to enable smooth and seamless ordering experience in restaurants. So, and it turns printed menus and WhatsApp orders into seamless cashless ordering experience for restaurants and customers. So, and we have this because we have a lot of restaurants, most especially small restaurants who are struggling with ordering errors, delayed service, insufficient payments, and limited business insights. So we are building this digital menu and ordering platform for both sides. And basically, Onje is a web-based digital menu platform that restaurants create and manage interactive menus accessible via QR codes, and customers browse, order, and pay securely. And while owners manage everything from one central dashboard. So the restaurants can just come in, sign up, and monitor for accountability and a smooth experience. So for restaurants and food business owners, we already explained that they will just have to create their own account. I would use a very layman term. and monitor and manage incoming orders from their dashboards and get sales reports to guide their decisions on. So this product or this app reduces the stress for restaurants to like want to build a product or build an interface for managing their businesses, especially restaurants and people who cook from home. And for customers, it's just to scan. You don't really have to download. It's a responsive experience. You don't need to download an app necessarily, and you can browse the menu and order what you want and track your order as you pay securely. So it's just scan, browse, order, pay, and while the restaurant manages everything. So, and one of the features also in this product or this app is that we have allergy and dietary tagging for people who have allergies, and they can it over time indicates and gets familiar with people who are allergic to nuts, dairy, gluten, and other foods as well. So signing in with Gmail, you don't have to put in your phone number and all of that. So we can track and also understand, get information on the waiting time. Also, it has an AI-powered menu recommendation, and that is it understands you, suggests the restaurants that are well, they are good in terms of service delivery, and so you can also get to like order over and over again. So this is the user interface, and we have our contingencies. The constraint here is that we're trying to look at how to manage security breaches and payment gateway downtime, and also we look at maybe probably a restaurant not wanting to adapt or adopt this product because of the risk involved, or probably insecurity in wanting to implement this into their system. And the value it creates is that it's for both sides, both customers and the restaurant owners. So it enables seamless transaction. You don't have to get there and wait, and you can order from your home before you get to the restaurant, or you order while you are there. You don't have to say so much. So as you get to the table, you just order and you get your food. And this is also an app that can work with the hospitality space and also enables cashless experience, and also enables reduces the waiting time and enables customer to understand the time they're going to wait for their food, and also aids small businesses to also grow. So vendors relying on manual processes that have no data grow strategically by implementing this app and putting it into use. And we're looking at implementing this after this speech, and also looking at the loopholes we must cover, and also see how we can get this live as soon as we can. Thank you so much. That'll be all from my end. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Rotimi. Thank you for that. I would like to hear from the judges now.
Okay. Hi, Rotimi. Thanks for showing up so elegant and clean. Yeah, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Thank you. I like your product. I like where you're working. I love the fact that you're very detailed in terms of the risks involved, which is one of the things that most of us actually avoid at the beginning. You know the risks involved. You know that there are actually loopholes that people can actually exploit, which means that your clients are already in safe hands, right? Thank you. I love the slides as well. I know that you put a lot of effort. I saw the brand color, great idea. You're already putting the project in our head, right? But yeah, thank you. But what I would want you to go back, because this is your first presentation, right? What I would want you to go back to look into is how you intend to keep the lights on. How do I make money? Do I make money from every meal? Is it going to be subscription based? Is it going to be one-time payment? Is this going to be free? So you want to just look into that aspect. As long as it's a lovely product and there's a lot of restaurants that would want to use it, you also want to keep the app alive, right? So basically, that's all from me. Thank you so much, Rotimi. It's a pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you, Stanley.
Well done, Rotimi. Great presentation, I would say. Like Amoni mentioned, it's always about how you make money, right? It's the business model that's really critical. No matter how sweet or how interesting or how fascinating your product offerings are, it's about the unit economics. You probably already know that a lot of food business startups are closing down, and I used to ask the question, what then is the problem? Oftentimes, the unit economics is not well attended to. So you need to understand that it is money that keeps the business going, right? The revenue that you're generating. I think maybe one of the things I also liked in your presentation is the fact that you addressed a major problem that many people have, which is the menu, selecting the food that they want to eat. Oftentimes, that challenge is one of the things that a lot of people struggle with. You just walk through a restaurant's menu, and then you're thinking, which one should I pick from? So if there's an AI integration that already suggests what I can eat, gives me some options, I think that's a major issue that a lot of people have. And, adding that feature, for me, it's really great. So well done. Looking forward to the integration of these feedbacks, and, well done. Wishing you all the best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Rotimi. Remember, if you have any questions about any of the pitches, feel free to ask. We're here, happy to answer your questions. So I'm going to call on Osas. Osas, if you can just share your slides with us. Hi, Osas. Good evening.
Hi, good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. My name is Osasere Edukure, and myself and my team, basically, we're trying to build a product harvest flow. And basically, our product tends to want to connect agricultural harvests to the market in time, right? So why exactly are we trying to build this product, right? From our conversations with farmers, from even our interactions with the major players and even our research, we discovered that close to 50% of perishable produce, agricultural produce, tend to get spoiled or tend to get lost before it gets to the final consumers, right? And so what we're trying to do right now is to try to bridge the time it takes from agricultural produce to leave the farmers and get to the final consumers. And we know that even within this line of action, there are several other players like the buyers, the transporters, and even the storage facilities. So we are looking at the possibility of bridging the gap, bringing everybody even closer together, because currently most of these players tend to interact manually, right? So the farmers have to either take the produce to the market, have to reach out to the transporting companies or the transporters, right, to come collect the harvest to the market. And the buyers, basically, they tend to be at the mercy of whatever they find in the market. Then the cold storage facilities, basically, they tend to just be very passive until someone brings produce to them. So we are trying to, the major problem right now is more like there are gaps that we have identified between the farmers, the buyers, the transporters, and the cold storage, and even the rate of loss that they are currently experiencing within the agricultural sector when it comes to getting the products to the final consumers. And in terms of monetary terms, this translates into trillions of naira within the Nigerian market. So it's a whole lot, and this is what we are trying to solve. So how do we intend to solve this? Harvest Flow basically is a web platform that tends to, for now, a web platform, but then we intend to, in our several other iterations, eventually that will happen, we intend to build a mobile app. But currently, we are looking to build a web application, right, that digitizes the fact that a farmer can actually come, create an alert, create posts as regards the kind of crop that he has, the quantity, where the farm currently is, and when exactly he looks forward to like harvest this product. Then we also have a smart matching engine that tends to match this farmer based off his location, based off the capacity or the quantity of crops that he has. It matches with the buyer. Basically, we're able to onboard buyers based off, and they're able to tell us the quantity of products that they need, the kind of crops that they are interested in. So we just have this kind of things curated into the platform. And also we also want to be able to carry out verifications, right? We're able to tell, giving the NIN, the BVN, basically just very basic verifications to actually enable trust even within the platform. Then how it works basically. So our farmers, they go on the platform, they're able to select the crop. So we have a breakdown of different types of crop: tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers, cassava, right? So you're able to select the kind of crop that you have, the quantity, where exactly it is. You can even put in your coordinates, right? And the time frame, right? When you tend to want to harvest and how long the crop can stay with you. Then our system automatically matches that alert from the farmer to buyers based on certain conditions like the location, the capacity that the buyers can actually get, and even the transporters to the size of their trucks, if they are able to actually collect the produce from the farmers, right? So once that is done, the matching is done, the buyers can actually then confirm to say, okay, yes, I am going to pick up this. Then the transporter also confirms that, yes, I'm able to, based off where I have my truck and everything, I'll be able to pick up this thing for the buyer. So once that is done, they both align on the platform. Then there's a status update that's shared with the farmer that, okay, this guy's actually interested. For now, we are currently still going to do a whole lot of manual integration, right, where there's still going to be a lot of calls, but eventually during our further iterations and our several other phases, we'd have to make everything as automatic as possible, right? Then the last phase, which would be the delivery, where once the product is delivered, there's also a manual uptake, right, by the admin to say, okay, this is actually completed, so the farmer is aware and everybody's aligned. For our platform, we have 5 major actors: the farmers, the buyers, the transporter, the storage facility, and the admin that tends to do all of this whole imputes in the back end, right? So currently for our project scope, we are looking to build, just like I mentioned, 3 core modules: the harvest alert, where our farmer is able to come up to give us what exactly he has, the type of crop, the quantity, the location. Then our smart matching engine, right, that's able to match the farmer and the buyer based off location, quantity involved, capacity to uptake. Then we're also able to carry out verifications. Then we also look forward to building 5 role-based web portals, right, where our cold storage can log in, our farmer can log in, our buyer can log in, even transport and sign up to, right? So that's basically what we are looking to build for this current phase. Currently, we are not looking at live GPS tracking or SMS or mobile app, because given the time frame that we have, right? So we are just trying to make sure we have the core functionality of the app up and running because of the time frame that we have. I would also move on to the team. Currently, we have a team of front-end, back-end, UI, UX. But currently, we do not have a product designer and a QA tester, which is an issue for us, especially when it comes to the design, which is very critical at the initial stage of the project, right? But we have been able to still talk. We've had our kickoff meeting, and our UI UX designer currently is handling the whole design process, which is a whole lot on him. But yes, that's currently our team makeup. And for the tools, because we are currently learning, we are going to use WhatsApp, we're going to use Trello. We've been able to align on the framework that we're going to utilize for the front end, our Next.js and our Tailwind CSS. Definitely, we already have a WhatsApp group. So that's basically the tools we are using currently. For our risk and challenges, we know that there are several other things that can actually come in, right, that we could really bring into the product for our first version. But given our time frame, we are trying to just really ensure that we capture the core functionality, which is the alert engine, the smart matching engine, and also the verification portal, right? Another risk that we are also having currently is the fact that we do not have our QA tester and our product designer, right? So this might bring in some design flaws and everything, but we're just still finding a way. We're still looking out to get more persons join the team. Then another major issue that we have right now is the fact that, yes, farmers. Not everybody's really technically inclined, so we technologically or technically we might experience setbacks because of the kind of phones that these guys would have. So we are trying to build a web app that is very light, that we can actually utilize 3G, right? So basically, and this actually forms the kind of technology we would utilize to build the product. And our progress so far, so based on our learning journey and everything we've done, our alignments within the team, we've been able to create a project charter where everybody had to go through it. So basically, my team are also the subject matter experts. So we've had to go through everything to align and ensure that everything is actually up to par. We've been able to create an abstract PRD that captures the key functionality, the key features of the product we are trying to build. We've been able to carry out a kickoff meeting. We've created the project brief and even the user flow. So currently, we are trying to build our repo, our environment. We're trying to build our design system, and that's currently going on now with our UI UX designer. Business value. Basically, for the farmer, while we are trying to build this and the whole thing that we hope to gain, right? Our farmers tend to lose a whole lot. So once we're able to curtail the gap between taking the goods from the farmer to the buyer, there's a whole lot of savings that will be done, more revenue. Okay, sorry.
No problem. I love the energy that you've brought to your presentation.
Yeah.
Yes, it's very, very well put together. So just go ahead, just round up.
Okay. So for the farmers, basically, we are trying to save revenue, get them more revenue, especially as this platform would help remove the issue of middlemen that tend to take the bulk of the profits, right? For the buyers, we are going to save them time. They are sure of what exactly they are getting, and even the freshness. Transporters, they are sure of their structure, the timing involved, what exactly they're going to get and how they're going to get it, right? Why this product right now? Why are we trying to get this product? There's really no mobile platform or no platform right now that handles this currently, and there's also been a penetration of technology within even the rural areas. So this platform will be able to really gain widespread adoption eventually. Our next steps. So basically, we are currently working on our repo design, our design systems. Our backend guys are currently working on the API approach they're going to utilize. Our front end, they're waiting for the
okay, no problem, Osas. I think we get the general gist of what you're saying. Just before we get feedback from Judge, Turayo, to answer your question, this is a pitch for an IT project manager. So this is a project management training, and we can pass on more information to you afterwards. So yes, back to our Judge. Please give us your feedback on Osas' presentation.
Of course, I think Alima already pointed out one of the things I wanted to say. Great energy, that you've brought into the room. You were very clear. I like the fact that you are solving a real problem. Post-harvest within the agricultural value chain is a real problem, and we need solutions. There are no one solution. There are a lot of people trying to, use different methods, but this is something unique. And I also like the fact that you understood the value chain, the fact that the different actors playing in the value chain. Of course, I do have some concerns about the adoption of your product, or one is the fact that you'd mentioned, I actually beg to disagree that risk is medium. You had mentioned that connectivity issues are like medium. It's a big issue because many of these farmers are in the rural areas. Many of them don't even have the smartphones. So you have to also factor that in. Would there be possibility of them being able to use it on their feature phones? And also the same challenge with many of the people who have presented your business model. How are you making money? How are you monetizing this? How are you? The value is great, but how do you want to package it in such a way that the farmers and all the different actors on your platform are able to pay, and it's going to be based on the value that you bring to the table. So great work. Looking forward to how you improve on this.
Thank you.
Well done, Osas. I do also have, a question regarding this, kind of to just a continuation of what Oba pointed out in terms of the rural areas. A lot of these farmers they have very low literacy. So even the ones that do have smartphones but do not, how do you intend to have them upload their they're not going to be able to, are you going to be using like image-based,
Okay, so
or local language voice prompt something? You have a farmer somewhere in Ijebu that doesn't speak English and you're telling him to write the number of crops he has and those kind of issues.
Okay, so we actually walked through when we're creating our PRD, we actually thought about this, and it's something that we're still looking forward to. Just like I said, we're trying to really capture the core functionality for now, but then for the various iterations that will come in, definitely these are things that we tend to look out for.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much again, Osas.
Thank you so much.
All right. Turayo, I see your question. You want to know how many people will be working on a project. Well, so as you can see, Osas is one of our students and he is the IT project manager, and then he will have a team, consisting of a dev, UI, UX developer, that sort of thing. So you have a whole team working, but you alone will be the IT project manager. You might want to take advantage of our Project 500 scholarship opportunity that is currently ongoing. Get trained as an IT project manager at a very subsidized cost for 2 months. It's a 2-month-long project program, and at the end of it, you get to work with actual stakeholders to build a real product. So just check our LinkedIn page on the PM Tribe at the PM Tribe, and sign up with the link. Okay, so next I'm going to call on our next student, Tamilore. I believe you're ready for us. Hi, Tamilore, good evening.
Hi, good evening. Putting up my slides.
Okay, remember you have only 7 minutes to present, and then we get feedback from the judges.
Apologies.
Seems like we've lost Tamilore. All right, Jennifer, are you available to present your slides? Hi, Jennifer, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. Okay, so I'm just going to share my slide. All right, I believe everyone can see my slide now. Good evening, everyone. My name is Jennifer Ochela, and today I'll be talking about a project that I'm actually, passionate about, because it's something I have experienced and I have spoken to well over 100 women over the last 5 years concerning some of these challenges, and I decided to take advantage of this opportunity to prefer a solution. It's called Her Path, and our goal is very simple. We want to help women grow with clarity, with confidence, purpose, and lasting impact. So our problem, research shows that 63% of women are not able to prioritize their life, not because they don't have ambition, but because they are struggling and juggling with a lot of things. And we all know that women go through certain phases, different stages of life. So from wife, mother, newborn, toddler, it just goes on. And sometimes it feels like life is leaving you behind. And that's exactly what her part is trying to work on. So we want to ensure that the problem of lack of direction, problem of competing priorities, and of course, lack of accountability, because growth doesn't happen in isolation. Sometimes it happens in a community. So we're trying to see how we can bring a solution to that. And how do we plan to do this? Through clarity. Our platform is supposed to help build a personalized growth plan for every woman that is willing to commit to what we have here. So we help you discover where you are so that you're able to, now set goals as to where you want to go to. And of course, personalization is key for us. And that's one of the major ways we're able to provide solutions. So we're not just giving you generic answers. We're not just giving you generic solution. We're personalizing it to where you are currently at this stage of your life. And of course, we aim to see the transformation on the long run. How does this work? We've created a 5-step process on how to help you move from point A to point B. One of it is the assessment. So you go through an assessment. This will help us know exactly who you are, where you are, and where you think you want to go to, where you want to get to actually. But in the process, it takes you to step 2, where we can now tell you, you know what, this is where you should channel your energy. This is where you should focus your energy on, because this is the path that will take you on to the goal that you're trying to achieve. And of course, step 3 is where we personalize your process, your growth plan. Step 4 is where you can now learn. So now when we give you resources, when we give you guidance, coaching, mentorship, whatever resources that we're giving to you, we're now tailoring it to what you actually need, not what we think every woman out there needs. And of course, step 5 is where you can grow. In this stage, we're going to be pairing you with a growth partner. This is just to enable you have some form of accountability so that we're certain that you are walking through the recommended paths. Key features that we would have on our application. So we're having an application, but we're integrating a community. So you're not just getting tailored growth plan daily. You're also having a community that you can come to. Say, for example, a nursing mom has a challenge. You can also you can always come up to the community to say, please, I'm going through this. I need help here and there. So before the platform, that's the integration that we have, is able to respond to you, we already have women in the community that can prefer solution immediately to you. So we'll have our personalized growth plan, we'll have our learning processes, monthly mentorship sessions. We'll take each different aspect of what the women in our community are currently going through. We'll mentor them, we'll have sessions where we can now, help them in those areas. And of course, we're going to track your process. So it is not just, we're not just giving you these things and leaving you. We're ensuring that you're doing it, and we're ensuring that you are actually getting results. Who are our target audience? Women in every area of life. You're a young woman seeking growth, trying to get clarity, or you're a wife who wants to balance your new life and career, maybe your faith, and all that. Or you're a mom, passing through different stages, trying to juggle so many things. Or perhaps you're just a woman who is committed to intentional personal growth. This platform, Her Path, is for you. All right. So why do you want to choose Her Path over other platforms? Now, there are several other platforms out there, but I tell you that majority of them either are focusing on one aspect of your life, or they are giving generic advice, generic information, assuming that one advice can work for 1,000 women. But here we're saying one advice, one person. This plan is tailored to you and you alone. Your own challenges, yes, there might be some generic aspect, but there are certain things that are peculiar to you. Maybe we want to go over your emotional intelligence. Maybe we want to go over your charisma, your courage, whatever it is, we can now tailor it directly to you. Yes, we are also incorporating the accountability system, the community. We are looking at practical transformation. We want to see you grow and want to measure this growth. And that is what distinguishes Her Path from the other platforms that we have there. Yes, we also have a business model. In the first phase of this plan or this project, we're going to make it free. Now, this is because we want to get the numbers. We want to get as much people, as much women as we can into the community. We want them to be able to explore, to experience what we have, and then they can now, based off their transformation story, they can now bring in more people, and we can also have that to show as a proof that, look, we did this with this person, you can also get this kind of results. So there is a plan for future revenue, which would be premium membership, would have specialized courses, coaching sessions, mentorship. We would incorporate therapy somewhere along the line, and of course other additional streams of income like events, conferences, wellness programs, workshops, and the likes. Our team at the moment, we are not complete. So we have myself as a project manager, we have a back end, we have a front end, we have a product designer, but it's not really confirmed. And so I don't want to say we have one yet. And the quality assurance person, we do not have that at the moment. So that's a bit of a challenge for us. But we have started a bit of work on the back end, pending when we get a product designer and of course a quality assurance person. Thank you for listening. I welcome questions and suggestions. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that, Jennifer. Great presentation. So let's hear from our judges.
Well, fantastic presentation, I would say. This is probably the presentation with the best visuals so far. So thank you for such effort you've put in. I think that maybe one thing I would say, maybe to integrate into the development process is maybe gamifying it. I think it's a fantastic idea that you have. So I look at maybe some kind of apps that you can look at for such gamification features. The Bible app that a lot of people use, what keeps people going back there, what keeps people stuck is the fact that there is always like that account, because you have an accountability system that you've plugged into that, but for that particular app, you get a lot of reminders, you get a lot of things that is somewhat arranged so that you are going back to the platform to do what you need to do, or to keep up with the task that you've been given. So maybe just that little feedback I would say would be that maybe gamifying the process to ensure that the people find it, the people who are your users, the women, find it interesting to go to. And also they're able to keep up to the different tasks and different things that they need to do on the platform. So yeah, well done. Great presentation.
I already trust that you're going to make the design, basically the UX aspect of it, quite colorful due to your slides, which is quite important. I also love the fact that you show up really well. You were on point, right? And then if there's any other thing I would want you to note is that when you build a product that is community oriented, it kind of gets tricky. You try to want to focus more attention in one rather than the other. So if you are able to find a balance between both of them, you're going to kill it actually. So figure out how you could manage that over time. But once you figure that out, I mean, the sky is your starting point. Thank you so much for this great presentation. It's the best so far. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. If you have any questions for Jennifer, please put it in the comment section. But Jennifer, that was a great presentation. Thank you very much. It's definitely an app I would use. Yes, I like the idea of starting off free because that's how they rope us in. And then they tell us to pay for premium. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So you're welcome. So next we have Tamil. Tamilora, if you could come up and join yours. To answer your question, Turayo, transferring analog systems to digital systems is a type of project that an IT project manager can handle. It's not all that they can do. They do more than that, but that's just a type of project that they can handle. Yes, Tamilora, if you could share your slides with us. Seems like we've lost Tamilore again. Chinemere, if you could just join and share your slides with us. All right, my dear teenager, thank you for joining us tonight.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Dorcas
Good evening.
Ezechinem, and I'm presenting My Dear Teenager. So, what is My Dear Teenager? It's a platform that helps teenagers prepare them for adulthood. Many teenagers grow up without direction, no direction for career, no practical skills, and this makes them financial dependent and also make it difficult to transition into adulthood. So, what is My Dear Teenager? It's a career discovery and life readiness platform. And what we'll be doing is to ensure that teenagers are ready for adulthood by helping them with career discovery. We'll guide them with tools and resources that help them discover their strengths, their interests, and purpose. Also, we equip them with practical skills like courses and challenges that teach in-demand and real-world skills that are needed. And we also present them with real-life opportunities. We give them access to mentorships, internships, projects, and other opportunities to help them build experience. I mean, a lot of people don't have access to opportunities like scholarships because they're not even aware that exists. So on this platform, we'll be giving these teenagers access to this at an early stage. Also, there will be supportive community, and this community is going to be a safe space for them to connect with other people and share what they learn with other people. They learn from others and they also grow together. What are the key features we are building? We are building the explore aspects. That is where they will discover parts that match their interests and strengths. They are going to have access to practical lessons and projects for them to build real world skills and real world experience. Basically, like I said earlier, they will have access to internship programs, opportunities, various opportunities. They get to collaborate and connect with other people. Sorry. Okay, how it works. So how My Dear Teenager basically works is when a teenager sign up, they take a career assessment test, and this career assessment test, they'll be answering few questions about their interests and strengths. So they discover their career through this assessment test. They discover their career and they get a direction. Then they get to choose a skill track, and they progress into taking lessons, and they complete the lessons. They build a portfolio, and this portfolio makes them ready for adulthood. That way, transitioning into adulthood becomes way easier for them, because by the time, let's say a teenager joins this platform by 14 or 15, or let's even say 16, by the time they are 18, they've already built enough skills, they already have enough experience, they already have enough real world experience that makes them ready for adulthood. They already have confidence, they already have access to so many opportunities, and they are well prepared for real life. So right now, our project scope and timeline, we've completed the research and planning phase. We've researched the problem, we've validated the problem, and that is because I have a community of teenagers, and based on the questions and messages I get every time from these teenagers, it has validated this problem already. So we've validated the problem, we've planned, and right now we are currently working on the design and the wireframing. Yeah, also we've identified the key risk, and one of the risks might be that low user adoption, low engagement, and that could lead to slow growth and reduced impact. And we are trying as much as possible to make it fun, relatable, and we also gamified it in a way that there's a reward system. There's a reward system, like a streak system, and also a reward that complements their progress. Yeah, a reward that complements their progress. We have technical challenges, and delay in developments can kind of postpone our launch and affect the user trust. So the plan to mitigate that is we are following agile practices, and we are breaking work into sprints, doing them gradually and testing regularly to detect and fix issues. Our other risk is also budget limitation. Our budgets could limit our ability to scale quickly or access premium tools. So to mitigate that, we are prioritizing essential features. We are using cost-effective tools and exploring partnerships and grants as we go. Right now, on our team, we have myself as the project manager, we have a product designer, we have a front-end and back-end developer, a QA tester, and a data analyst. And what we need from you is your timely feedback, continued collaboration, support and advocacy, and resource if possible. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much, Dorcas. Please, can we hear from the judges?
Okay, thank you, Dorcas, my dear teenager. So great presentation. I think that you've done well. You understand the challenges, you understand the problem. So the problem that you're trying to address is really is available, right? I think that the only thing that I would want you to work a little bit more on is the focus. While of course it's you want to at the point you were talking about skilling up the teenagers, you want to give them skills, right? So and then at some point you were talking about some other things that you want them to also do. So if it is skill focused, you need to let us know, and it has to be a clear path that, oh, it is skill focus, right? Because if you're all over the place in terms of teenagers themselves, they are not to get their attention, their attention span can be very, very thin. So you have to know what that particular process would look like. And then also, I think that it is okay to say that your business model is, you are not generating money, which based on, or maybe by inference, I think you mentioned that you're not generating money. You're depending on grants, which is also fine. That's also a business model. You want to raise from, goodwill, donors, which is very fine. So I think that you make that clear as possible, make it as clear as possible to us, so that we know that the expectation is also that you are making this a free platform, and you are depending on goodwill donation for running of the process. So all in all, great presentation, well done, and I'm looking forward to the execution.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so because it's a children platform, you also need to invest more time in gamification as well. It's going to help them, and also covering. In terms of the business model, you need to also invest so much in partnership. There are churches that would love this idea. There are kids organizations as well, especially for summer school programs and the rest. It's going to help. So you also want to look at the value proposition as well. And then personally, you did pretty well in the presentation. If there's anything I would want you to improve on is energy. You can add more energy, and all of those things, it will be good. And also thanks for showing up. You showed up pretty well, showed up correct. It's a good one for you. Thank you very much. Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, judges. Dorcas, we do have a comment for you in here. It says, I like the idea of the app. I work in the education sector, but the interface or design is not catchy enough for today's teenagers. Yeah, so you
Okay.
might want to look
All
into
right.
changing that.
Yeah. Thank you so much for
All
that
right.
feedback. I'll work on that.
All
Thank you
right.
so much.
You're welcome. Thank you for that presentation. All right. Up next, we have Winifred. Don't forget, we still have our Project 500 scholarship program ongoing. You can click the link, sign up, and get trained at a subsidized rate. Winifred, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see. We can't see your screen yet, but we can see you.
Okay. You can even now.
No.
I'm sharing. Upload your slides. You're sharing manually. Okay. Okay. Can you see my screen now?
It's plain white.
Wonderful. Please, can someone go up? I don't know what's wrong.
Just what? Just pitch. Eventually, I'm sure it will come up.
You still can't see it.
No. It's plain. It's blank.
I don't know what the problem is.
No problem. Just walk us through your idea.
All right. So I'm working on. Good evening, everybody. I'm working on Fit. I'm working on a children app, and it's called Fit Steps. So Fit Steps is basically a platform that brings that connects lesson assessment and progress tracking all in one platform. And the idea is simple. The problem is that children in churches are usually being taught very informally, and there is no structure to check whether they are even understanding what they are learning, or even a structure to what is being taught to start with. And church leaders usually they don't have visibility into the children's learning and the growth. So it's not a problem of whether they are being taught, but it's mostly a problem of structure and measurable learning journey for the children. And so this application called Faith Steps is going to be solving this problem by connecting lessons, assessment, and the tracking of the progress of the children. The how it works is that there will be an admin, which will be the head of the children ministry. That person or that system is going to be creating syllabus, creating curriculum for the children, and will be able to manage the users, which are the teachers and the students. And there will be teachers. The teacher will be able to select a topic per week from the curriculum already created by the admin. Will be able to create lesson in line with that topic, and will create quizzes to follow. And following that, the person will be able to publish the lesson and the quizzes and assign children to it. Children on their own end will be able to access their lessons, will be able to complete their quiz, and they will get instant score to see their progress. So we have 3 clear rules on this application, which will be the admin structure, the teachers, and the children. All right, so I've already explained how it works. Basically, what this application is about is helping children to have structured learning in their churches. There is usually no structure to how they are being taught. Teachers sometimes will teach what they feel like they know. Sometimes the children don't even understand what they are being taught, and some of the times they also forget. So this application is meant to put all of these things into one platform where we'll be having structure to what they are learning. There will be a curriculum the teachers are following, and there will be quizzes that follow, and following it will be immediate scores for the children to be able to see their progress. So the scope and the timeline, because of course we have 4 weeks to project this, to come up with this project. Our MVP includes the admin, the teacher, and the children modules. And these children will be sectioned into 3 categories, which will be from age 3 to 7 will be beginners, from age 8 to 13 will be intermediate, and from 14 to 18 will be advanced. So our time, we are deliberately, And one thing I've not mentioned is that on this application, apart from the fact that the admin is going to be creating curriculum for the teachers to work with, it will also be sectioned into 3 terms, and there will be topics and sequential lessons for the children to access. And our timeline moves from planning to core development to the learning engine, and then QA testing.
Okay.
And following it will be deployment.
All right. Thank you very much for that, Winifred. We'd like to hear from our judges now.
Hi, Winifred.
Yeah, good evening.
Okay. So my first feedback is going to be, I don't like the fact that you're restricting your market to just churches alone. It's a learning platform, so expand it, don't restrict it. Don't restrict your market to churches alone. Schools can actually use the product. Parents as well can actually use the product. Private school teachers can also use the product. A lot of persons can actually use the product, so don't limit it to churches alone, except there's a reason why you're niching it down into that. You could start from your partnership with the churches and then expand more. Another thing is, because you're going to be a business, you have operating costs. Try to limit the work that your team is going to do. For instance, you're already categorizing them in 2 years. Allow the admin to be flexible enough to do those things themselves, so you reduce operating costs from your own end. I did not hear you talk about the business model, but I believe that you already have that mapped out over time, right? So far, great presentation, great direction as well. I think if there's anything that you would improve on, it's your energy. But yeah, great direction as well, and great presentation. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well done, Winifred. I think, like Harmony mentioned, even though you didn't have your slide up, it was still a very great presentation. It was clear. We knew what you were trying to do. I think it's maybe one additional point I would like to make is I think there could also be an opportunity for the churches to be able to possibly make certain inputs. I don't know how that will work. I think there could be some gray area with churches adopting, because a lot of people with different things that they want to focus in terms of what they want their children to be taught.
Yes.
So those are things that you probably want to also look at. What are like, how do you ensure that the curriculum is built that is somewhat generally acceptable across the different churches and the different places you'd like the app to be deployed or the platform to be deployed. So all in all, well done. Wishing you all the best.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Winifred. For anyone interested in signing up for the scholarship program, there's a link in the chat box. You can click that and apply. And good luck. So I'm just going to hand over to the judges to just give like the final word to the IT students who presented and to anyone interested in joining the program or transitioning into IT project management.
Okay. Wow. I think so far I'd say very impressive outing for the people who have presented. I think it's very important to state that the feedback that we're giving, it's not such that it's not personal, right? These are feedback that we want you to improve on. These are things that we believe that you can do better. For those people, for some people that were very somewhat add-on. So the feedback is for you to so that you can rework and come back better. I think generally a lot of people have come out with their very good footing. So I would say well done to the team at PM Tribe. I think you're doing such a great job, boiling, because I know what process this could be for us to have this great thing that we have seen today. It means that there's a lot of work being done into ensuring that the students learn the best practice and to have like the best knowledge to be able to do this. So well done to the PM Tribe team, and also for anyone who is possibly thinking about maybe is it a training that I want to do? Of course, the answer is right in front of you. You've heard a lot of people present, and you see there's a clear pathway. They are speaking from very good knowledge, and so it means that this is something that you can also be doing, and this is a skill that you can acquire. So what are you waiting for? Join the next cohort. So yeah, thank you.
The thing is, I think for the student, they need to understand that in the IT, being a project manager, you're going to do a lot of presentation. And this is a very good start. I think most of them, this is the first time, and this is a very good start. It's more than just a C, right? If you're going to rate it generally, and most of them actually did pretty well. So they should double down on, presenting better, taking the feedbacks as well. And then it's a stepping stone to their career as well. They should learn to collect feedbacks as much as possible, and not just collect feedbacks, but also implement them. Across every project that was presented here today, there's something to go home with. So it's not just about yours, it cut across every other person. The PM Tribe have also done great work. I mean, this is the first presentation, and it's not even looking like it's the first one. It feels like they have done a lot of grinding as well. And to everyone that is looking forward to go into project management, especially the IT sector, there's a lot of opportunities out there. And these opportunities are not small opportunities, they're actually big opportunities that will take your career path from point A to the biggest point you can actually think from, right? And the PM Tribe is the perfect place to actually build that foundation and then transition into your next level. Thank you. Thank you so much for sessions like this. I mean, we all learned something. We'll have something to take home. Thank you. And thank you, Halima, for hosting us.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for all your feedback. Thank you for joining us today. And congratulations to all our presenters today. Some of you still have some fine-tuning to do, and others where they came out with the energy right out of the gates. So, well done. Well done. Give yourself a pat on the back. Now to our live audience, if you're watching, like this is just a glimpse of what the Project 500, the IT project management training will produce. And like I said, the Project 500 is a scholarship program that is currently running that will allow you access this training at a subsidized cost. The link is in the chat. There's also a number you can call if you need more information. Just to kind of get, the training is essentially to get you job ready with a portfolio, build real products, solve real problems. If you're ready to take your career to the next level, you don't have to have any experience. It's very beginner friendly. So, we'll take you from the basics all the way up there. So thank you to our mentors, our judges again, and our viewers for joining us. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening.